The objective of this lesson is that the student will be able to find the square roots and principal square roots of numbers. The square root of a number is the number that you multiply by itself in order to obtain the original number. For example, the square root of 4 is 2 because 2 times 2 is equal to 4. In the same way, the square root of 4 is also negative 2, since negative 2 times negative 2 is also 4. So 4 has two roots, plus 2 and minus 2. Now, we can denote the square root with this notation. And using that, we can get the square root as written in the yellow box there. So the square root of 4 is equal to plus 2 and minus 2. Now, an important term is principal square root. Well, the principal square root is the positive root. So the principal square root of 4 is plus 2. Okay, let's look at some examples. Find the following square roots. In each case, state the principal square root. Okay, so let's look at these. In A, we have the root of 64. Well, that's plus 8 and minus 8. Because plus 8 times plus 8 is 64, and minus 8 times minus 8 is also 64. Now, the principal root is plus 8, because it's the positive root. Okay, let's look at B. B is 10,000. So the answer there is plus 100 and minus 100. Now, notice I've underlined the zeros here. We can count the number of zeros. There's 4 zeros in the original number. Now, a way to note the square root of a power of 10 is we just take half of those zeros. So 10,000, the square root will be 100. Because 100 has 2 zeros behind it, and 10,000 has 4. So that's an easy way to find the square root of a power of 10. Okay, so what's the principal root here? The principal square root of 10,000 is plus 100. Okay, let's look at C, the root of 256. The root of 256 is plus 14 and minus 14. And the principal square root is plus 14. Okay, now, here's a tricky one. In D, what is the square root of negative 144? Well, in our number systems that we're looking at right now, that is impossible. Unless you're looking at complex numbers, which we're not doing here, this is impossible. Why? Because no number by itself, multiplied by itself, is negative 144. For instance, plus 12 times plus 12 is plus 144. The negative 12 times negative 12 is also plus 144. So you cannot find the square root of a negative number. So that's how this is done.